friends, my name is Michelle Renee, but you can call me Giggles. So recently I've discovered this app on the iPhone called WEBTOONS. I've never I've only had an iPhone for a little over a year now, so I'm not sure if this was like a thing that's been existing, but in case it's like a new thing, you should definitely check out WEBTOONS. I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite WEBTOONs today. For those who don't know, it's like a bunch of comic books, except they're all like short stories. They're like little web stories presented to you in comic form, and they're really, really fun. So I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite WEBTOONs. There's, of course, a lot. This was a really hard list to make, but I'm going to tell you my top 10 in hopes that, you know, whenever you don't have anything else to do, you can invest in WEBTOONs and check out the really awesome and rich stories there. Okay, so number 10 is A Budgie's Life. I love birds. They're my favorite animals ever. They're so cute. Budgies aren't particularly my favorite, but like I have family members who have or have had budgies, and they're really cute. And it's just like, you need to check it out. It's basically a slice of life kind of thing. This really adorable lady, I follow her on Instagram. She makes like comics based off of things that happen in real life involving her birds, and they're really cute. She gives them like little personalities, and it's really adorable. So if you want something really simple, really lighthearted, really cute, A Budgie's Life is probably the webtoon for you. Number 9, this one is, I think, a pretty popular one. Bo over Mr. Creepypasta's wife, Creepy Rainbow Pasta, actually told me to read this one, and I was like, do I have to? I was like, I don't know, it sounds really girly and really like romantic, and I don't know, I don't really want to. But so I ended up really loving it. It's called Siren's Lament. It's so cute. I do like mermaids. I promise I'm an ocean person. I had my doubts about it in the beginning, but I started reading it, and oh my gosh, it hit me right in the feels. This is one of many webtoons that I have cried at while reading. It's really, really sweet. It's all about this girl named Lyra, and she doesn't particularly feel loved, I guess, even though like she has a big crush on this one guy. You know, it's one of those things, oh, he'll never notice me. But there's a twist. There's a big twist in this love story, and I dare not spoil a lot as far as the latest chapters come out. But basically, there are these creatures called sirens. They're basically mermaids, but, you know, like, they go by the old mythological name sirens. And so they, like, actively seek out people that are heartbroken, because that's going to help them turn human again and essentially get a new start at life. So, yeah, that happens pretty much early on, so I didn't spoil in an insane amount. But yeah, you got to read it for yourself. It's really cute, really romantic. You will cry. Also, they have music on some chapters, and it's really, really nice music. Okay, so number 8. I still can't make a 3 with this hand. I don't know what's wrong with my hand. But number 8 would be The Steam Dragon Express. It's a really cute series. The chapters tend to be really, really short, but they do update frequently, at least as far as I know. This is kind of one of the newer comics I've looked at on WEBTOONS, but it's really cute. It's like, if you like D&D or Harry Potter or anything that involves magic or a special magical school, perhaps you're a fan of Winx Club, this is definitely like a webcomic that you have to read. Essentially, there's all kinds of different adventurers. There's rangers, and then there's like mages, who the main character is one. She's a ranger. And essentially they go to this really awesome school called the Steam Dragon Express. And it's really cute, really lighthearted, but then like there's also like kind of serious plot, and like honestly I'm not sure where we stand at right now, because the latest chapter, there's still so many questions, but it's really you just gotta read it. It's really cute. I'm really hyped up for that one. Also, the character designs are really, really cute. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Number 7 is called Chiller. I haven't actually finished this one, but I'm trying to like savor it. So basically what Chiller is it's a bunch of artists have come together to make like really suspenseful, horrific, and creepy like episodes, I want to say, of a webtoon. And so like I think each chapter is done by a different person. I've seen a couple names twice, so like some do a couple, but like there's not really like a solid plot all throughout, because each story is different with each chapter. And I really get a kick out of it. Like I'm gonna say it right now, just in case like people who are watching this video perhaps are not too into horror. If you want to read this one, you should be warned that as you're scrolling down, like there's like slight animation. I'm not sure how to put this, but some parts of the comics in like every episode, they move or they have music. The best, if you like horror, the best is to have like your sound all the way on so that you could hear all the sound effects that they do. It's really, really fun. If anybody has heard of the, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it right, if anyone's heard of the Bong Chong Ghost, the really awesome webcomic on the internet, this is one of the episodes from this comic. It was, I'm not sure if it came before or after, but it's part of there now. So it's really awesome, and I can't wait to finish the rest of it. I know that, like, I'm getting close to the end, so I'm trying to, like, savor each episode. I'm like, ooh, I'll save this for a rainy day. But yeah, if you like scary things, you should definitely check that out. The next one, the number 6, it's really cute. It's called Miss Abbott and the Doctor. This is probably one of the first webcomics I've read on Webtoon. I think it was the third one, I want to say. Second or third, I don't know. But basically, it's another cute, romantic, slice-of-life kind of thing. It's about this really crazy chick. Her name is Miss Abbott. Obviously, I'm not completely sure how to pronounce her first name. For those who know the comic, I always want to say Catty, but I feel like it's Catty. I'm not sure, but Miss Abbott, that's pretty simple. She's in love with the doctor, Dr. Marino, and it's very cute. It's kind of cliched, but then as, like, you know, as you learn things about the characters, you're like, oh, this is a little different. This has a little more flavor. It's not just a typical slice-of-life romantic comedy kind of thing. And also, all the other characters are great. The art style, if you like Disney, like, you know, concept art and like Imagineers and stuff like that, you'll probably like the art style of this one. It's a really cute comic. You should check it out. Number 5, this is yet another one that Bo, my awesome friend Bo, Creepy Rainbow Pasta, told me to read, and I was like, really? Should I read this? I don't know. It doesn't look very fun. I'm not sure. I ended up loving it again. I should just stop doubting her because she obviously, like, turns me in the direction of amazing webtoons. It's called Let's Play. It's probably one of the most, I shouldn't say most, but one of the more popular webtoons that everybody knows about. The writing is amazing. It's probably got the best writing that I've ever read in a webtoon so far, which is saying a lot because all these webtoons are really good and very, like, well thought out and amazing, but this one, oh my gosh, everything is perfect about Let's Play. The characters are great. They're all, like, some of them are really relatable. They all have flaws. They all have perks. They're all so well done. The art is amazing, if I haven't already said that. The plot is great. It's so cute, and you really feel every character, except for this one guy. I'm a little suspicious of this one guy, but I'm not going to say it. Basic plot of it is that Sam Young is our main character, and she's trying to be a game developer. She's made her first game, but this very popular Let's Player on their version of YouTube, his name is Marshall Law, and he plays her game and gives it a bad review. Now her, reputation as a game person has, like, totally sunk the ship. So there's definitely more to that, but that's pretty much what you learn in the first episode. And other than that, it's got hilarity. I definitely relate to Sam a lot, especially with, like, the most recent. Well, I shouldn't say that, but she's a pretty fun, relatable character, you'll see. And the other characters are just really fun. Even Marshall is really, really great. It's just there's a lot to say about Let's Play that I need to not let myself say, or else it'll ruin everything. But yeah, go check it out. Go stop the video right now and go read Let's Play. Alright, number 4 is called Glitch. I actually discovered this online first, and then I was browsing around Webtoon, and I was like, oh my gosh, Glitch is on Webtoon too. So of course I was like, oh, screw reading it on the computer, I'm gonna read it on my phone. And I've just realized that I've been, like, looking around for my phone, like, so that I can, like, show you guys, like, stuff. And then I realized I'm filming with my phone, so oh well. But anyways, Glitch, basically there's this girl named April. She's in high school, and everything is kind of going okay until it's not, and then she basically gets into an accident, and she meets this two-dimensional person or piece of data named Cad Walder, and he's like, hey, this is part of a business. We're gonna let you come back to life, and we're gonna give you 10 free wishes. There's no catch at all. But to be honest, I still don't really know what the catch is because I don't think it's been revealed. But it's a really interesting comic. It's kind of scary here and there. I like scary, so it doesn't really bother me. But it's definitely got some moments that are perhaps too creepy for some people who are squeamish or not into that kind of thing. But other than that, it's a really, really fun comic. I'm always, like, as soon as I see the notification that the new episode has come out, I'm like, I gotta read it. It's really good. I like Kat a lot. Kat is a really good character. April is really cute. Like, everything, it's another cute one. I can't go into a lot or else, you'll know too much, and then something will have to happen. Just kidding. All right, number 3 is The Tales of the Unusual. This is another scary one. I was on a fix on the night. I discovered this the same night as I discovered Chiller. I was like looking for scary things to read because I like horror and scary things. Tales of the Unusual is a little similar to Chiller. In fact, I'm pretty sure the author or the writer for Tales of the Unusual contributed a couple of episodes to Chiller, or maybe one. I don't know, I might be crazy. But they basically make, it's like there's, does that make sense? I hope so. They basically make a short series of scary things. So like the first 5 chapters of Tales of the Unusual is like one story, and then like the next 3 is like a different one, and then the next 5 after that is like another story. And they make a bunch of different ones, just short little stories that come in chapters, and they're really, really fun. Sometimes like for the people who've read Tales of Unusual, like the whole thing started out like really spooky and creative and creepy, and they still have that, but like every now and then there's like a series that's like kind of funny, and like some funny things are in it, and you're like, oh no, like but then there's also like there's one, I can't say what it is because then you'll know, but there's one series in it that made me bawl. I was crying my eyes out, and I was so sad. I had to like go downstairs to my mom and be like, Mom, there was this really sad one, it was really, and then see, and my mom was like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to watch my K-dramas. Anyways, but yeah, it's got a lot of variety. There was definitely a sad one. There's a couple funny ones. Like this one, it's scary, like, and it's really all the episodes, I guess, are really imaginative. I'd say, just for, you know, I'm not going to get this right, but for reference, my favorite ones for you guys are the ones with those who know Tales of the Unusual. My favorite episodes include that Jace guy, who is from To Kill a Magician, I think it was called. And then there's the box, special box, or something about a box. I can't remember the exact title, but that was probably one of my favorite ones, the one about the box. And there's this other one called Beauty Water, and I loved that. Oh my gosh, and I saw it coming too. I saw there's like a special thing in there, and I was like, I think I know what this is, but I feel like other people have figured it out before this point in the comic. But yeah, Tales of Unusual, I haven't even finished it yet. I'm really anxious to get up there. What I'll do is I'll read a couple of episodes of Tales of the Unusual, and then I'll read one episode of Chiller, and then I'll go back to Tales of Unusual, because there's like a long list so far with it. So I'm taking my time with it, and like fortunately, unlike Chiller, it's still updating, so I'm always excited to see the newest story, at least that I can get past too, because I'm hoping that, you know, it just, Tales of Unusual, it's probably one of my top, oh, it is my top 3, duh. I'm looking at the list right here, I'm so silly. Well, that's enough talking about Tales of Unusual. It's really good. If you like scary, you should totally read it. Number 2, this has gained a little bit of popularity recently. I'd say this one and the number 1 webtoon, they're both popular lately. I've been like seeing little ads of them. But number 2 is Edith. I love Edith. Oh my gosh, like the style is really cute. I love Edith herself. She's a great character. Oh my gosh, what was it? This is one of the comics, one of the webtoons that I cried at in the first episode. Like the very first episode, I was already bawling, and it was so relatable and everything, which is funny because the stakes aren't super high in Edith. It's a little lighthearted. Like it's not super like dramatic or it's not too much of this and stuff, and there is a bit of a plot. But Edith, oh my gosh, I was bawling the first episode. Like it's so like, you know, you really get to feel, the artist, oh, I can't even explain it. I'm so bad at this. But the artist really grabs you and shows you, you know, what this feels like and what it's like, and how, you know, the funny thing is that you're looking at this girl and you're like someone that looks like her wouldn't even have this problem, but she has the problem, and so it's so like, you know, it's very intimate, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's intimate because you feel like, you know, like this character knows you. It's great. A basic plot of Edith is, it's this really awesome girl. Her name is Edith, and so she's adorable, she's fashionable, like, she's, like no joke, like, my fashion goals are kind of, like, half with her. She's very chic, and she's very cute. She's pretty successful, and she's really, really lonely. And she's like, man, why don't any guys like me yet, you know? And like, and she has all these things like, oh no, I want the guy to approach me. And she's like, oh, and he has to be older than me. 2 things I relate to a lot. But it's really cute. And then she kind of meets someone But then there's something else that's happening that I can't quite share with you guys. So yeah, go read Edith. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. And I can't even. Now, number one, there's a lot of honorable mentions that I didn't write down, so I'm gonna kind of breeze past that. But number one is perhaps the webcomic that drew me into the app in the first place. I saw an ad for it and I thought, hey, I like that Greek myth. It's called Lore Olympus, and it's basically the story of Hades and Persephone, but way modernized and way twisted around and turned around and really cute and really awesome. So it's basically about Persephone, for those who don't know the Greek myth. Persephone is this adorable, you know, spring goddess, because that's who she is and everything. And there's a couple of people who don't quite like her. She's a little naive. She's, you know, living out in the big city for the first time, and so they play this really cruel prank on her that ends up with her... This is going to sound really naughty, but I swear it's not. It's perfectly innocent. It ends up with her in Hades' apartment. Or house, I should say. But nothing happens. It's completely, you know, like, nothing bad happens there. And so, like, you know, they kind of become friends, after, like, you know, he helps her, like, you know, back on her feet and everything. And they kind of start developing, like, a little curiosity about the other person, and it's really sweet and really cute. There's some drama here and there with, Aphrodite and Apollo and Menthe. And, you know, stuff like that. It's a lot of crazy stuff, but it's really, really sweet, and the art style is to die for. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's like, I thought that if there was ever going to be an interpretation of Hades and Persephone, this was the last thing I was imagining. But oh my gosh, it's so, like, all of them have their own color. It's really hard to explain, but all of them, all the gods have their own color, and it's really interesting to see how the artist, like, does it. And, you know, of course, she makes, like, these really funny pictures that are, like, overly dramatic, but it's still really good looking. So yeah, definitely go read Lore Olympus. So yeah, that was my top 10s, top favorite webtoons. I don't know how to talk, sorry, but I highly suggest, if you like storytelling, you should definitely invest in this webcomic app. It's great. Webtoons, don't forget it. Like, look it up, look at all these stories, go find other ones that you perhaps like better than these ones. But yeah, it's definitely been inspiring to me as a creator and a storyteller and an actor and all those things. So yeah, definitely go check those out. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. See you in the next video. Bye!